What you're about to hear sounds unreal. It sounds like something pulled straight out of a movie. But according to reports coming out yesterday, the United States carried out an operation that allegedly resulted in the capture of Venezuela's sitting president. Let that sink in for a moment. Not a rebel leader, not a warlord, a sitting head of state. So what actually happened? And more importantly, how is something like this even possible in the modern world? Let's break it down. According to official statements, U.S. forces conducted a rapid, highly coordinated operation inside Venezuela. The target was the country's president, who has been accused for years by U.S. authorities of drug trafficking, corruption, and ties to organized crime. The operation was not described as an invasion. It wasn't announced as a war. Instead, it was framed as a law enforcement action backed by military force. Within hours, the U.S. president announced that the Venezuelan leader had been taken into custody and transported to the United States, where he would face criminal charges. That announcement alone sent shockwaves across the world. Because this raises a massive question. Can a superpower really do this? Technically, international law says no country has the right to kidnap or remove another country's leader. Sovereignty is supposed to be absolute. Borders are supposed to matter. But reality is more complicated. For years, the U.S. has labeled Venezuela's government as illegitimate. Sanctions were imposed, assets were frozen, arrest warrants were issued. From Washington's point of view, the Venezuelan president was not a legitimate leader, but a criminal hiding behind a title. That distinction is crucial, because once a leader is framed as a criminal rather than a head of state, the rules start to blur. Still, even by modern standards, this is extreme. The last time something similar happened was decades ago, when the U.S. captured a foreign leader and brought him back for trial. And that event remains controversial to this day. So why Venezuela? Because Venezuela is uniquely vulnerable. Its economy has collapsed. Its institutions are weakened. Its military loyalty is fractured. And it has limited international protection willing to step in militarily. In other words, it's isolated. That isolation makes bold actions possible. Actions that would be unthinkable against stronger or more globally protected nations. Now here's where things get even more dangerous. If this sets a precedent, it changes the rules of global power. It sends a message that if a superpower labels a foreign leader a criminal, military force could be used to enforce that claim, without war declarations or international approval. Supporters argue this was necessary to stop crime and corruption. Critics say this is a violation of international law that could open the door to chaos. Because if one country can do this, what stops others from trying? Global reactions have been sharply divided. Some governments condemned the move as illegal and destabilizing. Others stayed silent, and some quietly supported it. Inside Venezuela, the situation is tense. Power struggles are emerging, protests are breaking out, and the future leadership of the country is unclear. One thing is certain. This is not just about Venezuela. This moment challenges the idea of sovereignty, power, and who actually controls the world order. Whether this operation is remembered as justice or as a dangerous overreach will shape global politics for years to come. And we may have just witnessed a turning point.